Hey everybody, another week, another Hearthstone meta report. I don't know if this is a meta report. It's like budget decks or what have you. We're going to talk about the nerfs. We're going to talk about the buffs. We're going to talk about what decks that you can play at low cost without needing a payday loan. So yeah, the patch hit on Friday. It was a couple of days ago, so we only have a few days worth of data, but we're going to get into it. Hunter is still up on top. Paladin, we need to talk about Paladin, and I think these win rates are skewed a little bit, so don't take anything as like, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. There's some wonkiness here. Shaman is all the way at 40%. Wow, that's different. Warrior, Warlock, lower. Demon Hunter, I saw that the crewmate Demon Hunter was back. We're going to get into it. So let's first look at the 30.0.3 patch notes that hit. This was on Friday. Like I said, you might have seen this already. If not, we're just going to go through this a little bit. When I first saw these updates, I was like, okay, this is gross because I really liked the hideous husk and the leeches or what have you. And then this is stealing, like, your leeches steal one more health from their victims. I was like, oh, well, this just killed it. I don't think it killed it, which I'm happy about because I thought it was a very fun mechanic. So it changed. It went from steal 2 more health to now steal 1 more health. It's not terrible. This one here, Amphibian Spirit. Everybody says this is a crazy meta-defining card for Hunter, and I'm saying a couple of people on Twitter. This one going from 2 mana to 3 mana, I don't think this is a huge, power changer or change this from like, oh, we're never going to play this card again. I feel that this is an okay change. Yeah, it's 1 turn less or 1 situation less that you have to play it, but it's still pretty strong in certain decks, and I think I'll show you one today. We'll talk about one today. Murmur went from 6 mana to 7 mana. There's a lot of back and forth over this card and Shaman being broken. It's not broken. It's broken. It's not broken. But if you look at the win rates right now, Shaman's all the way at the bottom. So I don't know. Not a fan of Shaman right now. That's just me personally, and we'll see what happens in a few days. This one, Food Fight, went from 3 mana to 4 mana. There's some fun stuff that you could do. Supposedly, this card has something to do with breaking the Armored Death Knight, but it's fine. We'll go from there. I have no comments really on this. Spawning Pool going from 1 mana to 2 mana. Okay, I mean, I think someone should consider, hey, maybe we should remove some of these Zerg type of decks. StarCraft was awesome. StarCraft is still awesome. The cards are really cool, but I feel like we're not giving a lot of the new cards time to play because there's too many StarCraft cards in it. Like, I'm looking through the deck lists or whatnot. I'm like, 90% of these cards are the StarCraft cards. So maybe it's time to get rid of them. Lift off 3 mana to 4 mana. That's fine. I don't have any problems with that. Chrono Boost. Artanis. So Artanis going from 7 mana to 8 mana, in my opinion, at least when I'm looking at it from the perspective of Mage, did nothing to this. This is still fine. Using this 1 turn later is fine. You don't need to play this on turn 7. You don't need to play this on turn 8. You can play it whenever you want. I'm gonna show you a deck today that's a little broken in my opinion. My wife keeps on kicking my butt with it. Arcanite Defense Crystal. This one, we could just wipe this one off the face of the earth. It going to 5 mana 3/4 to 5 mana 4/5. This was the 4/5, the health and the hit on it was never the problem. It was never the problem, in my opinion. Seaside Giant, I've heard a lot of people going back and forth. They dislike this card, and this card is broken. When are we going to stop making Seaside or Giants in general? Listen, Giants are fun. This going down 1 mana, but it's cost 1 less. I still think it's fine. I don't see it being a huge deal breaker to play this. We'll see in a couple of days. Travel Master Dungar, never a fan of it. It's in like 1 specific Druid deck, I think. And right now, if you're playing Druid, you should be playing Imbue Druid because it's so much more fun. This is crazy. It went from 100 mana to 125 mana, and I've played it 4 times since the patch dropped. And guess what? This did no difference. You're not playing this, you're not playing this turn 10, turn 11. You're playing this later on and just for fun. I think something with this should have been like, you can only do this once. You know, I don't know. And then, yeah, this one's, there's Resplendent Dreamweaver, who I have not seen this at all, but now that this has gotten a buff with the life steal or what have you, even though it says deal 5 damage to win you, now it's 4 damage, it's life steal, it's fine. I'm going to be playing this one a little bit more often. I'm going to see how it works in Imbue Druid. Symbiosis went from... you know, just choose one from another class to a cost 1 less. I believe I have this in another deck. I'm definitely going to play this one. And then Kaldari Priestess got a buff. Yeah, because it went from 4 mana 4/4 to 3 mana 3/3. I don't know how that would be a buff because it's now less health. Listen, you're going for the text that's on the card. You're not looking to care if this one stays. That's just my opinion. Lunar Wing Messenger. Went from a 3/1 to a 3/2. That makes sense. Fine, no problem. That is absolutely a buff. And the signature cards for these are awesome. Aspects Embrace. I love this. Too bad it's a shaman, and I'm not playing it. But it goes from 4 health and Beauty Hero. Living Garden went from a 2/3 to a 2/4, which is fine. So let me know in the comments what you think of these balance changes. Is it any good? And then this is weird. So I picked the last 3 days only because, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's Sunday today. Let's look at how things are going. And this shocked me. Zarimi Priest is the highest played right now. Popularity in the last 3 days with Zerg Token Hunter. See, Zerg is there. Leech is number 3. Shaladrasil Paladin. I think this is also Tree Paladin. I could be wrong on this, but it looks like the most boring deck ever. My personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Imbue Hunter. Imbue Hunter is fun. Imbue Druid is fun. I love that. But yeah, seeing Zarimi Priest back. And then, yeah, Armored Demon Hunter's not here. But I also saw, and I'll see if I can find it again. Let's just see if we could do this real quick. Yeah, so tier list. Let's go by class. And let's look at some of this last 3 days. Death Knight has Leech. Leech Space Death Knight. Menagerie. Armor Demon Hunter, and then Crewmate Demon Hunter jumped up. What kind of world do we live in that Crewmate Demon Hunter, who did terribly, I think it was good in like 3 days, 4 days in the new meta when those cards came out, to just being obliterated, gone, see you later, no, nothing's going on, to it being back up above 50% win rates. That's crazy. Armored Demon Hunter went down drastically. Popularity, I think, also took a small hit. Nothing crazy, but still 60,000 games. Dungard Druid is still there. I don't agree with this. I don't think that Imbued Druid has only a 48.1%. Again, it's brand new. This just came out. Balance changed a couple of days ago. I'm hoping whatever they do, they keep the Imbues going, because Imbue is just a fun mechanic. I love it. Hunter, Zerg token, and then there's another token. We're going to talk about the token hunter. And then Mage. You got some incredible options with Mage. Yes, it is StarCraft cards with Mage, but it is literally very difficult to beat. Very difficult to beat. And then, yeah, we got Paladin here. Shaladrasil Paladin. I think that's a Tree Paladin. It looks boring. It looks boring. Libram Paladin is gone. Bye-bye. See you later. It wasn't around at all. Menagerie Paladin. We're going to talk about it. I think it's a little weird, but we're going to talk about it. Yeah, Zarimi Priest at 59.3%. Popularity is super low, but man, for that to come back, that's crazy. And it looks a little broken. I haven't seen too many priests being played right now, but I'm sure as the days go by, Zarimi Priest will be even stronger, or we'll see it a lot more, if you will. Rogue just got broken. Protoss Rogue is the only thing that's on there right now. I looked for a couple of decks just for Rogue, because we haven't talked about Rogue in a while in this series, and I didn't see anything awesome to throw out. Shaman is just terrible. Shaman couldn't buy a win to save a day. I'm just kidding. Listen, there's that Murmur Shaman that's supposedly pretty broken. Whether it changes things or doesn't change things with the balance patch of Murmur being nerfed, we'll have to see. But I just didn't see anything Shaman that was either worthy of win rates or actually less than 5,000 dust. And then Warlock and Warrior, same thing as before, kind of. Terran Warrior is still strong. Location Warlock is strong, even with that little hit there with the Seaside Giant or whatever you call it. But the rest of them, Wallow, Amalgam, Location Wallow. Some of these cards that we got for the new set are amazing, and I would love for us to see it cook. It's just not there yet. Maybe the mini set? No, I think it's too early to talk about the mini set. I think it's time to talk about, hey, what else can we do to balance things out and get some of these new cards to be played. Someone asked me, one of the decks from last week, Menagerie Death Knights. Thank you for the comments in my videos. Please comment in all my videos. I appreciate it. Whether it was still good, it is still good. It's at a 57.1% win rate. Nothing really changed in this at all. It's the same deck I talked about last week, and it's at 2,000 dust. So I'll leave the link for this deck in the description, but this one was good for last week. Let's get into Protoss Mage. I've talked about it several times. This is well above 50% win rate right now. I think it's 54%, and it's at 4,200 dust. It's nothing crazy. None of the nerfs happened. Yeah, there was no nerfs to this except for Artanis. But again, at 8 mana, you are not playing this at turn 8. You're not rushing to get this out. This is just when you have nothing else to play, and this is the way it is. Bob the Bartender, I didn't think this would be a good card to put in here, but it's a good card to put in there. If you have a lot of these cards for 4,200 dust, this takes out a lot of the competition. Literally, I've tried playing this against... Well, I've tried playing... against this with Druid, Hunter, Death Knight, and it's very difficult at certain times. If you let this run, this will be a very strong deck, and there's not a lot of new cards in it, so you should be good here. And then we'll talk about Menagerie Paladin. It's supposedly at 68.3% win rate at 3,260 dust. There is not a lot of new cards. In fact, I think the only cards is Ursine Maul, and that might be the only new card of this set. Dreambound Raptor as well. So listen, it's a lot of 1/1s. It's a lot of low-cost cards. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get Crusader Aura out, and you're trying to get the... let's see, you're trying to get Flash Sale. You're trying to get those things because you want to go ahead and do the Menagerie Jug. You want to go ahead and do, like I said, Crusader Aura. You want to be able to do the Busy Bot. It's just making some small minions and then just beating your opponent with it. And Crusader Aura is a must in this deck. Crusader Aura is a must. There is another deck that's a little bit more expensive that has the hero card where your Divine Shield takes 3 times to break. That with Flash Sale is pretty nuts. Yeah, it's... I don't know if this is going to last, but I just saw it. It's like, listen, 3,260 dust for a 68.3% win rate. Try it out. There's not a lot of cards from the new set, so if you're missing a lot of cards from the new set, try this. It's really good right now, at least. Token Hunter's the last one we're going to talk about. 2,240 dust. This is what I said was pretty good. It's at a 62.7% win rate. Popularity went up drastically. Now, drastically, let's from a 0.35 to a 1.32%. It moved up. It's true. It's facts. Look, there's a little graph that says that. So I'm not lying to you. This one right here is kind of the same thing. Menagerie Jug. It's the same thing, kind of like with the Menagerie Paladin. It's a bunch of low-cost minions that you can go ahead and you can make them stronger. You've got the extraterrestrial egg, Nerubian egg, patchwork pals, 3 animal companions, remote control, summon those hounds, the death rattle on this, trigger friendly minions death rattle. It's you want to go ahead and do the amphibian spirit. There's 2 in here, and then you want to use the Terror Scale Death Stock to make sure you have a board as full as possible for you to do this, and then just do nutty things with this. You know, terrible chef, so it's a lot of death rattles. Here's Death Rattle here. You'll always have something on board, which is good. You'll make them, you know, bigger with Menagerie Drug, or like I said, Amphibian Spirit. And this at 3 mana is not a big deal. This is not the last one. Wait, we are going to talk about this. Imbued Druid is one, and listen, this is above 5,000 dust. This is at 5,720. If you have not played Imbued Druid and you have the cards, it's fun. Definitely try playing this. It's saying that it's at a 59.1% win rate for the past couple of days since the patch came out, and I just love the ability to play it. Plus, you'll get an achievement for having a very high level imbued card come out. So try that as well. It's fun, and I normally, like I said, I don't talk about 50%, but I saw this jump up, and I was playing Imbued Druid last night. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna include this, so I will include this. That is it. We'll see what happens in a few days. Obviously, we're gonna make some changes. I would imagine that some of these will be different. I do not think we'll have this stay like this for a long period of time. I think this is just the first couple of days before it goes out. Let me know your thoughts on the patches. Let me know your thoughts on the cards right now. Should the StarCraft cards be a little bit more nerfed to let the new cards breathe? I definitely want to know everybody's thoughts and comments on that. And then like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.